Are you frustrated that you're having to reset every week? You lose your fat loss momentum every time a social event crops up, and sometimes you just can't stick to it. In this video, I'm going to help you maintain that momentum, even when life starts getting a little bit busy. You've tried white knuckling it, you've tried knee-jerk reactions after you fucked it up, and you've tried outrunning a bad diet. And you're stood there in front of the mirror wondering what the fuck you have to do to lose weight. In this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do. I've helped hundreds of people over the last 10 years get in the shape of their life using these exact habits as a baseline for everything going forward. And now I'm going to teach you exactly the same. Before we get started, in the description below there is 4 weeks of free coaching so you can get a head start on everything that we're going to go through today and much more. In that I'll walk you through the first 4 weeks of coaching, how to calculate your calories, how to set that up, all your training set up for you, as well as supplementation, and what to do when things start getting difficult. The first one on my list of habits is sleep. There's a really easy method to enhance your sleep without having to really do much other than keep your room cool and dark. And this is the 3-2-1 method. Sleep is your ultimate anchor point. And if you can nail this, it is the greatest setup for your day you can ever have. The rule is simple. No food 3 hours before bed. No liquid 2 hours before bed. And no phone, screen time or anything like that 1 hour before you go to bed. If you couple that with a regular bedtime and a regular wake-up time, I guarantee you everything becomes a lot easier. And as we go through these habits, they all kind of interlink into one as well. The second habit I'm going to walk you through is meal timing. Similar to sleep timings where your hormones will spike in regulation with what you're actually going to do, you can almost dictate your body's hormones to spike just before you eat. If you're going to have 4 meals a day and have them at regular times on a daily basis within half an hour either way, your body will start making you feel hungry just before you're about to eat. So it stops you getting to 3 o'clock in the afternoon absolutely riddled with fatigue, no energy, and you're having to grab something from the snack cupboard because you can't last until your next mealtime. Planning your meal timings gives you structure. It stops you grazing and snacking in the afternoons, and it serves as a big anchor point for the rest of your day. I'm a massive fan of having 4 meals a day because you're able to have a pre and post workout, both within 2 to 3 hours either side of your gym, plus breakfast and tea. Those anchor points means that you can finish work at 5, go to the gym, eat at 7, and then that's your last meal of the day, and you've stuck to the first habit of no food 3 hours before bed, and your bedtime might be 10 o'clock. Number 3 is protein at every meal. Off the back of the meal timings, it's making sure that your distribution of protein is there. We know protein keeps us full of longer, so we're able to last between meals. We know distribution of protein can help benefit with muscle protein synthesis and keeping us in a net protein balance. It's really simple, it's really effective, and it gives you a focal point within your meal. Because if you didn't have like chicken or mince or whatever, what are you actually going to base your meal around? Number 4, you have to go weight training. And this isn't something where you can go for a couple of weeks and suddenly look like Chris Hemsworth out of Thor. Not going to happen. It's probably not going to happen if you do that for years. Weight training has to become habitual. Yes, it's a big commitment. Yes, it takes time, it takes effort, it's hard. Sometimes you don't want to go. Could not give a shit. If you want to stop looking like a melted candle in the mirror, you have to go weight training, because no matter how much weight you lose, if you don't go weight training, you'll have fuck all to show at the end of it and you'll look like a bag of soup. That is how it's going to be. But what most people do is they'll go to the gym, usually in January, and they'll go for maybe 6 weeks. I'm being generous with that. Probably 3 or 4. Realise that it takes effort. Realise that it's hard. Realise that you're not as motivated as you were when you first signed up to the gym. Then they'll quit and realise that they can't outrun a bad diet and they can't out-train a bad diet. But what you need to do is you need a better program. You've got a link into the description for my 4 weeks of coaching, like I mentioned earlier. You've got, if you want a foolproof program on how to gain as much muscle as possible, my great guide of gains is in the description below. But you have to make this a habit. You have to say to yourself, I'm going to go to the gym Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, however many times you want to go, and you're going to designate days to those things. If you ask most people who are successful in looking better than you, I guarantee you they know what days they're going to go to the gym. Same days I know when I'm going to be playing cricket. The same days I know when I'm going to go to the gym. Same days I know what I'm doing on my work days. I even know what days I'm walking out in. Number 5, and this one really grinds my gears, because this is the lowest barrier of entry for your health, like long-term health. You don't need to do 10,000 steps, but you need to fucking walk. You don't even need a step target. You don't need a Fitbit. You don't need an Apple Watch. You don't need a step pedometer, whatever they're fucking called these days. You just need to get out the door and go for a walk. This habit isn't a hit 10,000 steps. This habit is going for 20 to 30 minute walks per day, or exercising for 20 to 30 minutes twice per day. One of them a walk, one of them a gym session. All right, if you've got a dog, it's really easy. You can get a dog. I recommend getting a dog. Here's mine. Walking increases your health with the biggest return on investment for the littlest input. As little as 3,000 steps reduces all-cause mortality. And we can quite confidently suggest that an increase from 3,000 upwards will have a dose-response relationship. So the more you do, the lower your all-cause mortality. To an extent, that'll probably drop off at some point. So to recap the 5. Number 1, making sure you're using a 3-2-1 method for sleep. Number 2, having meal timings. Number 3, protein at every meal. Number 4, weight training. Get a good program and make it fucking habitual. Number 5, even less excuse to go fucking walking. Now, having all these 5 in place is just the first thing. You have to be stupidly disciplined with these. The overarching rule of all 5 of these is to never miss twice. It takes, on average, 63 days consecutively for you to retain a habit, but it only takes 2 days for you to get rid of that habit. So if you miss once, that's fine. The next day, you've got to make sure you're on it. Once you've missed twice, that's the start of a new habit, and you cannot have that. I love the rule of never miss twice. You have to keep that in your brain when you're thinking about this. If you missed everything yesterday, whatever the reason, I don't care. It's how you react. As long as you react well, you're going to be fine. If you found this video helpful, please give me a like, subscribe. In the description below, I've put my fat loss blueprint and I've put my great guide of gains in there. And there's a link to the 28 days coaching. Absolutely free if you want to get started. If you've made it this far into the video, thank you very much. I'll catch you on the